from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? The Island Ricks coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the notification. I'd like to talk to y'all about how J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar can destroy trap and mumble rap. Now, I understand that there's a lot of people out there that's just so sick and tired of the mumble rapping. You tired of every time you turn on the radio, you hear the mumble rapping. Every time you go on the internet, you hear the mumble rapping. You see all these different artists with different color hairstyles. You see these artists with dresses now, skinny, super tight jeans, light voices. You hear all of this mumbling going on. You see these rappers with guns in their videos, money in their videos that they don't even have, taking all these prescription pills, drinking all this promethazine, lean, taking all the drugs, opposed to actually having songs with meaning in them, especially if you grew up during the 90s era and you see a lot of authenticity come from a lot of the old school rappers. And all this new school stuff is just kind of new to you. You know, you never actually experienced nothing like that, and times are really changing. And my take is, it's really coming from the corporations getting behind and actually controlling a lot of the newer artists, because they're offering them something that they've never had before, to whereas back in the day you had to actually prove yourself, and you were you were in that environment. Even with a lot of the TV shows that were coming out back then, a lot of those people were coming from the urban community, and they were bringing their experiences from the urban community to the television, to the audience, and people could relate to that. Nowadays, what they do is they sit down, and you can tell, you can actually see that they sit down with these artists, and they tell these artists, hey, like, you got to be different. We have to, you have to have like different color hair. You have to, and this now is simply, just lowering the IQ of the audience, and just imagine if you walk outside and you say, you'd be like, what? Like, hold on, what did you just say? You would think that somebody is like mentally challenged if they came up to you and talked to you like that. No disrespect to all the, mentally challenged people out there. God bless you. That's one thing. But just imagine if somebody walk up to you, and a lot of the beats and the beats are just kind of catchy, and it's very melodic, so it's kind of, you are more in tune with the beat more so than you are in tune with actually hearing what the person says. And then they put it on the radio a billion times and it gets stuck in your head. They play it over and over and over and over again, you know and my thoughts is, my personal opinion, people going to listen to whatever they want to listen to, but a lot of the stuff is forced nowadays, and the music is a reflection of society right now, and where we are. So how can J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar destroy trap and mumble rap? These guys have a lot of influence, and right now the trend is following mumble rappers. Like a lot of the newer generation, they see a lot of the mumble rap and they see that it's working, and a lot of people all over the world, they think it's just going to die out, but it's not. It's creating another, for the future. It's creating more and more mumble rap, and people aren't able to distinguish the reality from, real life, like the reality from a false reality, in a sense, you know. And J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar embody, you know, what's real rap, and you can distinguish the real from the fake. You know, these are artists who actually talk about real stories. Just think about your life. Like when you wake up in the morning, do you actually, Tupac said it, do you actually, when you wake up in the morning, like you just don't just bob your head to the beat, peep it and see if it, and people like to run. I notice people like to run to the real once, something bad happens. Like a situation may happen where your friend might get shot or somebody might get killed, and then all of a sudden they want to run to Tupac, and quote one of his lyrics, or, you know, police may shoot somebody down in the street, and then they want to run to these rappers once, and I understand that a lot of this newer generation, they so caught up into the lifestyle, so they moving so fast, and they won't understand a J. Cole or a Kendrick Lamar until they get much older, until they have settled down, and they not caught into the reality TV shows, and they had kids, and just life just happens, so it's going to take a lot of maturing. I think that in order for J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar to actually, become, they have to do Colin Kaepernick. They have to not take a, I guess, take a stand in the knee form, like, I guess, but they will have to popularize, conscious rap. I think these two have to do an album, and you notice when J. Cole did the, going at all the littles, any rapper with a little in your name, Lil Yachty, Little Uzi Vert, all these guys. When he did that song and dissed them, you see how much attention that he got. I don't even in this world, negativity gets gets a lot of attention, because there's a lot of negative people out there. That's just the way of the world, and that's how it's been since the beginning of time, and that's how they trained us to be, from day one. And it's what they putting on the TV screen is what they just putting out there. I think that these two artists have to come up with an album and have to do a song that not necessarily diss these rappers, but on a wider scale, kind of acknowledge these rappers in the form of letting them know that, all right, y'all done. Like it's over with y'all. It'll have so many people talking about it. You seen when Kendrick Lamar dropped the Control verse, and everybody, just the whole internet broke the internet. Everybody was talking about it. Like the whole internet froze. You had Phil Jackson talking about it. It was his opportunity to be known to millions of people. This is what hip hop was. It was battling. It came from that. You have to take it back. People love controversy, so you have to take it back to those days where you wanted to destroy the competition. That's their competition right now. And I know you probably like, what do you mean that's their competition? They're not even on the same level. No, they're not on the same level. Even when Jay-Z did the money phone thing, it's a lot of artists that's like, oh, well, we still doing the money phone thing, and you still see a lot of people. But at the time, like, it takes time for it to start to register. That thought that Jay-Z said, he put it out there, and it stuck, and it was so polarizing. And it's just like when Kanye West does something, it's polarizing. And at that moment, he get a lot of criticism. But as time passed, you start to see that that person was right. Or it's just a reflection of the artists that have, that was super popular and dumbed down, for the next generation. So the music that you're listening to now is just going to be a reflection of what's going to happen towards the future. So you're going to have a lot of artists putting in these subliminal lyrics promoting homosexuality. And not to say that it's wrong. Of course, it's just like, all right, well, come on now, like, you don't have to do that. It's like you trying to encourage kids to do something opposed to letting them decide on their own. If these two artists decided to do something like that and take a stand like that, these corporations, it would take a lot of money from these corporations, and then these corporations wouldn't have no choice but to be like, all right, well, now conscious rap is popular because these two artists made it popular again. now we have no choice but to go out and try to find popular content. And now we still in the social media age. So now you would still have to go on social media opposed to, going out and finding these artists at local shows and everything. You would have to go on social media and find conscious rap. And you would have to find the talented ones because these two artists are extremely talented and they're putting conscious rap at the forefront. I feel like now is the time for these two kings to sit in the throne, put their crowns on, spray the raid, and exterminate these bad eggs who could potentially destroy our future.
Yeah. Competition in my mind with your favorite rapper. I keep it G just like the helmet of a Green Bay Packer. No fear tatted across my stomach, you can never scare me. Look at these rappers surviving on popularity shit. Throw them in the lines, then with the killer the god. No Karuchi, but you get your head twisted with these claws. Lion King, motherfucker, evil nigga like Scar. Mufasa, you hanging off that cliff, I throw your ass off. Look, straight from the soul with it.